Hi, this is Lance Moore. I'm going to tell you two things you could do to absolutely steal a home from a bank and get a home at a rock bottom price. You're probably watching this video because you've either filled out a form on my website or someone was nice enough to email you this video. I've been in the real estate industry for over 17 years. 6 of them I was a mortgage banker, and over 11 years I've been a real estate agent. I've been working with banks doing foreclosures, REOs, and short sales for over 9 years, and I've invested a lot of time and money into doing that, being an investor myself, and I've bought and sold hundreds of homes. So I'm going to tell you what you need to do if you want to get that home at an absolutely rock bottom price, because you most likely don't know this, and there's actually very few real estate agents that really understand this. So number one, the first thing you need to do, no ifs, ands, or buts about this, you have to beat up the appraisal. This is an absolute must. Everything the bank does, all their decision-making ability, everything is based off of that appraisal. Let me give you an example. Let's say there's a home out there for sale, and they're asking $300,000, and let's say it's worth $300,000, but you only want to pay $225,000 for it. Well, you're going to have to beat up that appraisal. When I say you, most likely you're going to be working with a real estate agent, and they're going to have to beat them up. In other words, if that appraisal comes in at say $280,000, you're not going to be able to get the thing at $225,000. You're most likely going to have to wait 4 or 5 months for the bank to get you any response back on it, and then they're just going to say no, because everything they're doing is based off of that appraisal. The trick is to get them down to where you need them to be. Get them down to $225,000, $230,000, $235,000. That's what you have to do, which leads me to the second thing, which is an absolute must. You need to give documentation. Too many real estate agents out there, too many home buyers out there, too many wannabe investors out there are going in and saying, well, the bank, if they need to sell it, they're going to just sell it at this. That isn't how they work. You wouldn't go into a trial and not have any evidence with you. It's the same thing. You're going to need evidence. If you think the carpet needs to be replaced, get a carpet company in there to give you an estimate, because it might take $5,000 to replace that carpet, but the appraiser might only say, oh, well, it's only going to cost $1,000. Or maybe painting the house, the outside of the house or the inside, might take $5,000 or $6,000, but the appraisal may only give it, say, $1,500. So you're going to have to do these things. This is an absolute must. There's no questions about it. When I work with banks and I work with buyers, if I'm working for a buyer as a buyer's agent, I don't give a darn about the bank. My whole goal is to manipulate that appraisal as much as ethically possible. And there are a lot, and believe me, a lot of ways you could do that. You could manipulate it. I've gotten things down where some agents will bring them in at $300,000. I've gotten them down to $230,000 only because being a banker and doing this for so long, I know exactly what these banks are looking for. And I could pretty much nail it down to the dollar on what they should accept and what they should not accept. And that's really the goal. So whether you're going to be using a real estate agent or doing it yourself, you have to be able to beat these banks up on appraisals, and you're going to have to be able to give them evidence. And there's a lot of ways to manipulate the numbers and get what you want if you know how to do it. And that's the trick. I hope this helps, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.